Sorry about that. Let's try that again. Okay, so Fat Quarter Shop's got a 3-hour gingham quilt for babies. Of course, I'm not going to give you the 3-hour thing. I kind of went a little on the whole, I went a little wild making this. I've decided that besides having grandkids, I'm going to start making my great grandkids because I have an 18, 16, 13-year-old, plus I got a 2 and a newborn grandchild, because my grandmother did ahead things. So I just thought this was a good idea. So I'm just going to have backup things. So why not? It's not like I don't have the fabric sitting here. So this is the simplest thing I have ever made. So please make sure that you comment. I'm giving away 2 fat quarters. And just comment and please subscribe and share so I can grow this business. Okay, my first one that I made, well, actually I made this one first. This was my one I'm going to give to my newest grandson, who is Landon. And I think it is so cute. It's got little zebras, the stripes, and then this like off-white. And I just think it's darling. Then I decided, since I have, I hold it up so you guys can see it better. I mean, this literally takes like no time. If you're looking for something extremely simple, this is extremely simple. This is like a no-brainer kind of quilt. Okay, then on the next one, I thought I'd add a border. Like Ship Ahoy kind of stuff. Okay, on this one I added a 2-inch. I cut 6 strips of the 2-inch. Of course, put it on the sides first, then on the top. And then I added a 4-inch. Cut 6 strips, put it all together, put it on the sides and the top and the bottom. And this is going to be this. And then I'm going to do probably half hexies in this. Or red. I'm not sure. I thought that was really cute too. So if you want to add a little more pop of color or do something different, I thought that was cute too. Okay, so what you want to do, the directions are clear, they're concise. That Quarter Shop has got all the directions. So you just cut. Plus, Erica Arndt has got one also. She's got that too. And all you have to do is cut 5, 5.5 with the fabric, dark strips. So this is my dark, is the green. 9, 5.5 by width of fabric, medium strips. This is my medium. Then 4, 5.5 by width of fabric, light strips. Then you sew the strips together, as they tell you. And then you just cut it in 5.5-inch strips, like this. So you will end up with, you sew that all together, and then you just cut 5.5 strips from the medium light strip set, and then you cut, let me see where it says that, 6 from the medium and dark. Okay, so I did that. Then they'll tell you exactly how to lay it out. You go medium with the dark, light with the medium, and then you just do it all in rows. Then I had my friend Queenie, who's a dear friend of mine. She came over one day and she said, you got to try out these little prongs. Lindsay's going to put them on. They're like little dual prong things. And they're awesome to put your seams together and make them perfect. So I already started with the first 2 rows, and I'm going to go to the third. And it's awesome because you don't have to have 2 pins. You just always got that prong right there, and it's wonderful. And of course, you're doing your 1/4-inch seam. And I got all the strip sets, and I keep it all in line how I need to have it done. And of course, they have awesome, awesome directions. So I'm just going to make a bunch of these, and then I've got a bunch of other ones I want to make too. And then what I like to do too is I take 2 pieces of flannel, wrong sides together, and then I hem stitch around it, and then I crochet around it, which one day I'm going to show you that too. I have made so many of those. And that's a cool thing to do for grandkids or great-grandkids or whatever. So I just want a bunch of that piled up. Just have it on hand for your grandkids or your great-grandkids. And what a fun thing to have done. And I usually take these out, but you know what? If you're careful enough, you don't have to. I was so used to having sewing machines, you didn't have to take out the pins. The old bombs, they went right through them. Okay, I'm going to just show you how to put the hook in. I didn't go all the way across. I did this last night, late at night. So when you do this, it's so cool with this hooky thing, with this prong. And I think you get like 100 of them for like, what, $8 or something? Perfect. Go back. Sorry about that. I thought I finished it last night, but I was probably thinking, I'm going to show you how to do this, and then this morning I didn't remember. Sometimes we forget things as we get more mature. I do anyways. I don't know about you guys. Gotta love these machines. Actually, my husband's like going, I brought my featherweight up in my dinette because I've been so cold when I come downstairs. The basement is colder.
How many sewing machines do you have?
Between all of my embroidery machines and my long arm and everything, and me trying to find my perfect sewing machine to replace my Pfaff that died a long time ago, I actually have 20. They aren't all real expensive ones. I've got cheap ones. I've got all different ones, but it took me to get to this one to find the one to replace. I had a Pfaff Creative one I bought when Lindsay was, I think you were like 2.5. That was my all-time favorite machine of all time. motherboard died, I was so depressed I could barely stand it. So I was in a search to find one of my seems to find a machine that I didn't have to. I kept buying machines to find the perfect machine. The Epic 2 has now been my machine because it's got the strength, it's got the IDT, it's got everything that I want in a machine. And my FOP Creative did everything I wanted. I loved that machine. And when it died, I was so depressed that I couldn't handle it. And it was like, because it did everything I wanted. It had the strength, it was all those things, and that was my favorite machine I've ever had. And so I bought all these machines trying to find the perfect machine. And this is my favorite machine. So, yeah, I have a lot of machines. I have every brand. Lindsay's favorite machine is my Juki. It does one stitch. It's a Juki. Which one is it, Lindsay? 98?
98E.
98E. Does one stitch, powerful machine. But I like all the bells and whistles on this one. But yeah, I have a lot of machines. And I bring them, when I used to have my bus and go on trips, I bring 1 or 2 machines with me. And I'd sew in my room because I was gone sometimes 6 weeks at a time. So I'd bring machines and have a couple going at one time doing different projects. I know it's kind of loony, but I love them. I love to sew. That's my happy place. Everybody's got their happy place. That's my happy place. So yeah, I love all my machines for different reasons, but this is my favorite one I have at this time. And someday I'll probably find somebody to fix my Creative because I loved that machine. It was at that time the best machine. So, and I don't have to oil it either. So, and I forget to oil machines. But okay, so you put this together, and then all I'm going to do is iron it open, and you just keep going as you want it. And once again, you can add a border on it if you would like. Keep it just as they show you how to do it with no border. Put your bling on it. You have hexes, whatever you would like, your mini points, scallops.
Are you feeling better?
Actually, I'm doing pretty good. I'm supposed to be going to a physical therapist. I do so much stuff with my arms all the time. The only thing, there's a few things I can't do, but I think I'm doing really good. And I sew, if I sew 7-8 hours a day, yeah, it hurts. And it's hard for me not to because that's my thing. I love to sew. So, and upstairs in my little dinette, I like to crochet dishcloths, knit dishcloths. I like to do all these different things. So in our little dinette, which is a little space, I've got the featherweight in there. Brian keeps saying, "You're starting a whole new sewing room in here." And it's like, well, why not? And I'm working on Lindsay's quilt too. I'm trying to get that done also. So in between all this other stuff. But I think these are really, really cute, simple to make. And I'm just thinking ahead for greats. And so poor Lindsay will have stashes of stuff. Well, she'll make me keep it at my house. She doesn't like excess. She likes to come to my house and have all the crap at my house. So what the heck? But let me see if we'll have 2 winners today. The first winner is Betty Fullerton. Congratulations, you won a fat quarter. And the second one is Mary Mann. Congratulations, you won a fat quarter. God bless all of you. I love you all, and have a wonderful week.